So for all the fans of Anthony Ndiema, who's a TV host, radio presenter, he's here with us. It's the time. I've seen quite a number of questions, people saying that indeed they are inspired by your story. Right. We'll get to that shortly, but you're coming back on radio.
Oh, yes.
The show called Safari. And, you know, every time I hear it, I'm always like, how did you wake up in the morning to come to the show? Because the timing is just so crazy.
Right. It starts at 4 in the morning,
Imagine.
4 to 6.
So what time do you wake up?
About 3:15, sometimes 2:45. So the question is,
so
did you wake up
or that's the time actually the alarm goes off.
Yeah. But that program just keeps pursuing me.
Yeah.
I've done it for quite a while.
Yes, that's true.
And I'm not a morning person.
How
Very
now?
Interesting.
You wake up at 2:45.
Yes.
The show starts at 4.
Right.
Then you also have to, of course, have the energy and everything. How do you do that when you're not a morning person?
You just get to adapt.
You just have to do it.
Yeah, you just have to do it.
Yeah. So you're excited to come back?
Oh, yes.
What are you going to be doing differently?
The listenership has grown. I would really love to get to know the other people who have added to the Radio Maisha list. But then inspiration, the next level, as well as just music, something that will really inspire them every other morning.
And the good thing is also the gospel industry has opened up for the last couple of years, so you'll have a lot of content, I'm sure.
That's right.
So let me ask you, I'm sure you're used to interviewing people, not, being interviewed, but, how has it been, you've been on TV and on radio. How can you describe that journey so far?
It's been, I started in 2005.
What?
It's been
Do you know where I was that time?
Class 6, 5? Probably huko, sio?
Huko, karibu huko.
But I never thought I would ever go on TV. Radio, I love radio.
Right.
There's something about radio. So it's been how many years now? Probably...
Since 2005.
2005.
Yes. About 15... No. Actually, it's more. No. How come this simple mathematics in
I know. Okay, do 5 up to
10.
Yes, then another 8. So it's about 13. 13 years. 13 years. It's been a very exciting journey. And for me, one thing that really excites me, because I do gospel, is to see every time you hear people say, you know what, I had this story, there's something you were sharing, it changed my life. I got born again as a result of, the prayers you guys made.
Yes.
So that has always been exciting, and I want to do this.
And you want to do this.
Yeah.
I was reading your story, and, the fact that you started back from Baraka FM, in Mombasa.
Right.
And, it's just even how you got that job. They advertised and then you and your friend, you just decided, let's just show up and just see if we can do this. And you were picked, and that's where the journey started. Did you imagine that one day you'd be, working for a big media organization?
Never. In my wildest dreams, never. And we started as comedians.
How are you funny? Ebu nichekeshe.
Hey, mimi nilikuwa mfani. Nilikuwa nimetoka a place called Chebarbar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had jokes?
I had jokes. I still have jokes.
You still have?
Lakini ziko
chini ya maji.
Ziko chini ya maji.
All right. So, of course, one of the things that people know so much about is that incident that you went through, some time back.
Right.
And every time, of course, I've seen anybody do your interviews, they cannot miss to talk about that because it was such a momentous, event in your life. Maybe you could just share with us. You're walking in town.
Right.
You were from an ATM, actually.
From an ATM in the CBD. Went to Kawangware.
Right.
I was still new.
In Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
Sasa ujui vile ya kuhandle Nairobi.
Yeah. So I was staying with a friend of mine in Kawangware.
Yeah.
But then when I alight from the matatu, I hear someone shouting, screaming, "Mwizi, Mwizi!" So you're
so you even look around, you're like, who is this Mwizi?
Yes. But then the guy points at me, and in a flash he comes, steps on me. I go down, and you know what happens when such a situation.
Everybody comes.
Yeah. And my prayer was wasilete tire. Nikawangware, it's getting to about 7. Yeah. And actually a tire was brought.
A tire was brought. Wow.
And at that point I said, you know what? It's been real.
Who are you telling it's been real?
Of course
yourself. You're just like, it's been,
thinking,
it's been real, yeah.
But then things happened very fast. After a few minutes, they scattered. And up to date, I wonder what happened.
What happened?
But they took the money, they took the phone, they left my wallet over here. But then after a short while, I realized, because some people were trying to help me, I realized I had been stabbed 3 times. So twice on the side, once at the back, and so the back stab went straight to the spine.
Ooh, wow.
And so my lower limbs were totally out.
We're done.
And you know what, Betty, very interesting? One of the neurosurgeons, a professor,
yes,
and he scientifically explained everything, and for me, my chances of walking were almost zero.
Zero. And here you are walking
Yes,
onto
and
the
here I
set
am
like
walking
nothing
onto the
happened.
set, so-
But let me take you back before even we get to your recovery.
Right.
So of course these people are there and you know you're down on the floor and they're beating you up.
Right.
So what's going through your head? Who are you thinking about? Are you thinking about, okay, now what is this? Why did you even know who even said Mwizi? Who shouted Mwizi?
I didn't think about any of those things. My only thought was, if a tire comes,
yeah, you're done.
I am done. That was the only thing going through my mind.
Did you pray? Because I know
Yes.
you to be such a prayerful person.
Deep down, I was actually praying and telling God, please, let me not die today.
Yeah.
And out of such an incident. And please don't allow them to bring a tire so that they burn me.
Yeah.
That's what I kept speaking. And I'm glad that that did not happen.
It did not.
I tried to answer many questions. I can't answer some of those questions because I'm alive today.
Yeah.
I owe it all to God, because how comes there's a tire, it was near a petrol station,
but nothing happened,
nothing
and everybody
happened.
scattered away.
And everybody, yeah.
So let's now then come to the recovery. So this neurosurgeon, of course, very respectable, I imagine,
very.
Comes and says, by then you'll never walk again. So
And he came with the
how did it
MRIs.
happen that now here you are, very okay?
So he came with the MRIs and showed me, very scientifically explained, and actually saw that specific nerve, because it's a sheath,
yes.
it was severed.
Completely?
Completely, because he told me when it's hurt, then it has an opportunity to regenerate.
To heal.
But when it's
Completely,
severed, that's it.
Yeah.
And so that evening, I had an opportunity to pray, and I really, for about 4 hours, and I just kept asking God. I had a very active life, so I'm thinking, how do
how do you
go
move
out there
on
and
now?
I can't walk now? And
yeah.
it was very helpless, because now I was taken to the bathroom. My own parent would wash me,
And imagine that, you're imagining, you just maybe a few days ago, a few months ago, you were able to do everything for yourself.
Right.
But here you are relying on people to do that.
And for me, it was, I had a very good time as I kept praying. Because what I kept asking myself is, and it's good to read the word, because those words kept coming.
Yeah.
Whose report will you believe? The report of the Lord says that I am healed, that by my stripes at Calvary I've already received my healing. And I kept confessing and speaking and speaking and speaking. And I was very peaceful at some point. And I slept. And the following morning at about 11, 12, because I couldn't move anything, I tried to twitch my toes.
Right.
I tried twitching my toes, and they actually moved.
And they had not moved. Kabisa, had you tried?
For the last,
like how many? Yeah, for the last.
I tried it. In my mind, I'm moving them, but down.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. And so I rang the emergency bell, and the nurse came, and I told her, look, this thing is
It's moving, yeah.
And I asked, is Professor around?
Yeah.
Thank God the guy was there. He came, and I told him. He told me, you know what? There's something happening here. And he actually wrote for me to go for physiotherapy that afternoon.
Right.
And my recovery process started bit by bit.
Oh, wow.
1 day, 2 days, 3 days, weeks, months. I was on the wheelchair, on the crutches. I'm so glad my employer then will come and pick me from home, drop me. And here I am.
And here you are. So inspiring.
Yes, and that put something in my heart. I love inspiration and I love stories.
And that's what I want to ask you, from, everything that you've been through, even without this horrible incident that happened, but even just before in your journey into the media and everything, what is the one thing that you want people to learn from you? Many people here are watching and they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that happened to this guy.
Right.
So what is the one thing that you always, every day you leave, you want people to always remember about Anthony?
Right. I think one thing that keeps me going is that each one of us has an opportunity, and God has put something in everyone. And so today, you know what, Betty, we are alive. We are all beautiful and mean
and everything.
Yes. Yeah. But we never know about our tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know I would meet such an incident. So every time you have an opportunity to do anchoring, do it
so well and enjoy it.
And enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you have an opportunity to clean, do it so well.
Yeah.
That keeps me going, that whatever I have been given, I need to use it very, very well.
Right.
So that someone else out there will be able to benefit.
I like
it could
that.
be family, could be, you know, employees, I mean, your colleagues and so on and so
Everybody.
forth.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll come back at the top of the hour with Anthony. So apart from his inspirational story, you'll also have to tell us how you met your lovely wife, Jeff. She's such a lovely lady. I've met her a couple of times. So we'll be talking about that because that's so interesting. And also your vision for yourself, your family, and everything else. All right, but for now, though, it's that time that we want you to see if you can take my job.
All right.
Yeah. Or at least if we can co-anchor together.
All right.
The next Friday briefing.
I will try. Right. I wish the news were in Swahili.
Oh yeah.
But we will still do the.
Well, you can translate.
No.
As you read.
As I read.
As you read, you can say.
Leave that to Manzo.
We leave that to Ali Manzo.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. You can see the auto cue clearly.
All right.
So let me look for the. I'm just giving you like a backup. We don't want you to be. To be stranded. All right. So introduce yourself. I mean, you know how to do this thing, Ndiema. Just take it over.
All right, my name is Anthony Ndiema and welcome to KTN Friday Briefing. Police officers from Makongeni Police Station in Thika East Sub-County have begun a manhunt for a man who killed his 60-year-old lover in cold blood. According to neighbors, no one had any commotion during the incident that occurred on Friday morning.